Welcome everybody to the Rush Hour Renegade and gameplay. We normally do it with the Share Factory, and it has my new Rush Hour Renegade logo. But I decided to do it a different way so I can combine two videos, not do two separate videos for what I need to accomplish, which is Oklahoma City Dodgers baseball and the Rush Hour Renegade. So we'll do it that way. That way, don't do two separate videos back to back with but it will go back to it'll go back to normal with it being two separate videos and tomorrow. So we have two more games. We have this, and then tomorrow's series opener finale against Iowa, and then we'll take on Wichita. We are on a good run except for that loss yesterday that we had. That game on my, I can't remember if that game is on my channel or not. I will have to look and see if it is or not. Douglas McCarthy will get the start, and Buck Shedd will be the guy. Let me write down some stuff for you before we get into some other stuff that needs to be addressed in the Rush Hour Renegade portion of the show. Let's see here. Let's go look at the standings for a moment. Oklahoma City Dodgers are 20-6 with no games back. The Express 5.5 games back. Wind Surge 12.5 games back, and the Missions 14.5 games back. The Missions are on a 17-game losing streak, and the Wind Surge are on a 4-game losing streak. And then we have L1 and the Express have L or W1. So we need to not get on a losing streak. We need to get on a winning streak against Iowa. Iowa is in where are they? Iowa Cubs. They're in the Pacific Coast League American North, and they are the second team in the standings in the division. There, Storm Chasers are in first. Oklahoma City will take on the Wichita Wind Surge next. Has their next opponent in Oklahoma City. There's something else here. So that, and then we take on Iowa, and then Wichita again, and then Nashville, and then Omaha, and then Memphis, and then Omaha, then El Paso, Albuquerque, then El Paso, then Sacramento, then Fresno, then Round Rock, then Wichita, then Round Rock, then Nashville, and then we have the All-Star break, and then we'll have Memphis, Iowa, Omaha, Salt Lake, and Las Vegas, then Tacoma, Reno, Omaha, San Antonio, Round Rock, San Antonio again, Round Rock, and then Iowa, and then Wichita to close out the year. So that's the final meeting between the Memphis and Oklahoma City. But final meeting between Oklahoma City and San Antonio will be there. So series is tied at 1. Game Rock starts again. The starter. He is 2-0, 28 innings pitched, 17 strikeouts, 2.89 ERA. Calvin Staples 0-2, 24.1 innings pitched, 34 strikeouts, and 6.29 ERA. Oklahoma City is 20-6. Iowa is 15-11. Let's see here. Any other thing I can think of that we need to talk about? We have some free agents that will be a free agent in our season at the end of 2021, which is Trevor Bauer, Liam Hendricks, and DJ LeMahieu. There's probably some more. Those are the top 3. Others would be Brantley, Simmons, and Giles. Others are Jock Pearson, Kid Peralta, and JT Remonto. Others, McCullers, Chris Davis, and Corey Kubler. Dan Rankler, Fred Trenton, and Stroman. Let's see if I can. Nope. Okay. Corey Kubler, Brendan Hanley, Yates. Back to them. See if it has any more. James Paxton, Roy Ray, and Andrew Miller, Steve Wilson, Wilson Ramos, and Willie Harris, Marcus Cinnamon, Jimmy Nelson, and Jonas Cespedes, Andrew Haney. He's with Cardinals. Dennis Keuchel and Josh Frederick. Jeremy Jefferson, Sonny Gray, and Pedro Strop, Jose Quinta Hernandez, and Jake Diekman. Carlos Santana, Mike Tanaka, Philip Krubel. That was a Marlier. So there's just a few of them. Salazar, Guzman, and Castro, Jose Alvarado, and Carlos Rodon, and Jose Abreu, Jonathan Villar, and Robert Erlin, and Chris Taylor for Oklahoma City will be a free agent in 2021. We'll have to take care of that, and Alex Verdugo will have to take care of those 2 players. I think that's it for three. I think 2 or 3 players. Chris Kavanaugh. Los Angeles guy. Well, so that's how it's gonna go as far as that's concerned. We're gonna get into the game. And we'll talk about some things that really need to be talked about as far as sports stuff is concerned. But we'll get into the game. That's all our pre stuff that we need and stuff that we need to. Let's see here. Questions from Hunt, Hyde and Green were injured. And the highlighted in red. Just seeing anything that needs to be addressed. Don't say anything.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way.
Hopefully everybody's enjoyed this. We're gonna let me turn this down so we can talk here. It's gonna be fun.
It's baseball.
Anything I need to go over? For the most part, I will talk about more about the Russian Renegades portion of the show after the game is concerned.
You take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now.
So if there's anything I need to discuss, I will discuss.
I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games
I think coming from my channel, we got more gameplay action in Russia Renegade as well on a separate video from the gameplay. That was a rule change, or not a rule change, but a change that I made to my channel. Also, some stuff will be reconstructing my secondary channel. Don't know exactly what that's going to entail, but that could be coming.
Standing in now, Manny Fernandez. This is skied into the air to straightaway center.
We are at full screen.
Got it, and there is one away. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Mark DeRosa, what's your take on him this
don't know if I got the thing right or not. If I got the date wrong for the Russia Renegade dates, I will change it. I do apologize for that mishap.
They're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that.
Oklahoma City coming off a loss yesterday. If you haven't seen that game, you can go see it. I don't know if it's on my channel or not.
The hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games. There's one, and the relay won't nearly be in time as he's there easily. So here's the cleanup hitter, Austin Barnes. This one with an absurdly high batting average. Definitely one of the most dangerous hitters in the league these days.
So the win streak, longest win streak we had was at the 11th that we just got snapped.
One man left on. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1.
Trying to make that win streak go longer this time.
Brock Stewart gets the ball in game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, in a day and age where runs are scored at an alarming rate, this guy's been pretty rock solid. Last 3
I don't
starts,
know if we have
under 2.00. Not an easy thing to do, and you'll know if he's on early. If he's good and on point in the first inning, that usually means he's going to be rock solid throughout the rest of the game.
I know it's on. I think I did it on Twitch. I don't know if I downloaded and got it to my channel yesterday's game or not. If I haven't, I will, and it will be coming on my channel pretty soon. Sometimes I just get
0-1, here it comes.
to forgetting to do it, to transfer it, even though I do have the time.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first
My
time.
phone is charging on my dresser, so I can't do it now. I will do it after the video is done. This is done. I'll do that. I can get up and just do the scan control and stand up. Let's see here. I will look at it here and
Castro, as he will take strike one on the fastball here, no balls and a strike. So guys, our visitors, as they take the field following a scoreless top half, they come into this one off a loss that finally snapped what was a long winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, you can't win when you're giving up that many runs. The pitcher was missing over the heart of the plate, not executing.
See if I can find it.
Way, not brushing back anybody,
if it was
making anyone feel uncomfortable. Guys were taking huge
on my channel or not. Don't know yet. As YouTube app is pulling up on my phone.
And that'll get down for a base hit.
That's what you want the guys at the top of the order to do. Set the table for the monsters. 3, 4, 5. A nice piece of hit.
Take a drink of my water here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I had on my secondary channel. I need to
take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1, and he comes in as
fix that.
Watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season.
Now, if my phone will cooperate.
Taking a fastball that clips the inside black.
Okay, so the last one was Rush Hour Renegade. Let's see when was this stuff. Was the Dodgers one?
And that's in there, base hit. And now it'll rattle up against the wall.
And I think that may have been a situation where the runner on first was waiting to see if the ball was going to get down or not. If there were 2 outs, he most likely scores there.
Sorry, let me turn that volume down on that. Yes, no, I have not got it up there. Okay, so I have not got it in there, on there. I mean, I will take that care of that after this game is over. So, let me see if what the date says on it. Oh, 6 is 6-9. That does not need to say 6-9. That needs to say 6-10. Let me fix that. 6-10. Okay. Yeah, 6-10. Sorry about that. I had to make sure it was correct. That's why we were having this little bit of a delay.
And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Reined in. Only play will be to first, as we'll see our first run score here, as this is a 1-0 ball game.
Really good team at bat right there, right? Just put the ball in play. He does just that, gets the ground ball, and brings home the first run of the game from third.
Stepping into the box, Jason Gold, and he's seen his numbers.
Make sure that everything is all good.
Strike one. Delgado at third with 2 away.
So, now make sure the playlist is updated for the Rush Hour Renegade as well.
Another one sent foul. But pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning.
Finally got out of the inning. Not much time is given up in this bottom half of the first inning.
On to the top of inning number 2. The Cubs are out in front, 1-0. Digging in, Kike Hernandez, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick
So
off.
5, 6, 7 hitters for the Dodgers.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Down 1-0 here. They have the ability to come back, and now it's one hit.
So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulder square.
That's the Dodgers road jerseys. I thought I would keep some jerseys. That's what I like the uniform combination in this game. Reminds me of the Chicago Cubs and the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Into the box now, Theodore Nam, as he will swing at the first pitch.
Okay, that'll be a base hit, or no, or not. Will that score a run? No, it will not. But we run it at second and third.
Feast on mistakes up at the zone, and that's exactly what he gets right here. A belt high pitch, he drives into the alley. Great chance now with 2 runners in scoring position.
And the next up will be Alex Verdugo. He swings and grounds it to short.
And that will tie the run as that was 1 out. We are tied at 1.
At 1-1.
Good job there to put the ball on the ground and pick up the tying run. This one has the makings of being a close game until the very end.
Here now is Cheslor Cuthbert. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He pulls into second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down.
We'll see what happens. Brock Stewart's pitcher now up.
Into the box.
Now it's 2-1 Dodgers.
No balls and a
foul ball.
Delgado trying to get there.
Tomorrow's the final game in this series between these two teams before Oklahoma City plays Iowa.
And he pumps the fastball by him at 94.
Then Oklahoma City will take on Iowa and Oklahoma City after the Wichita meeting.
And that's through into center field, base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Well, you don't see that all the time. Pitcher deep in the count, 0-2, and D-Rose still manages to sneak out a base hit on an 0-2 count.
You know what? He never lost.
Greg Castaneda is the batter.
He wanted to hit. He was aggressive. He battled and was able to be rewarded with a nice base hit.
As score
Down for extra bases.
1 run.
1 home and maybe 2. The relay throw. Well, he thought about going for third, and now that runner's in no man's land out there. And now the tag is applied. It's a double play, and the side is retired.
Well, that was not what we wanted to see happen, but it is what it is on this overcast day.
3-1. So here's Albert Almora next. And a swing from
as Oklahoma City has a two-run lead now after giving up the first round of the game.
Again, another foul ball. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on.
Oklahoma City with this win will lead the series 2-1. And hoping that they can take the series 3-1. If not, Iowa will tie the series at 2 and they'll split the 2 games. Or 4 games. Right now it's tied 1-1. Series tied 1-1. Oklahoma City won game 1. Iowa took game 2, and now this is where we're at with game 3 of the 4-game set of this early regular season matchup. These two teams will meet more than once this year. They'll have another matchup after the Wichita series, and then some other times throughout this year as well. So not the first time these two teams will meet.
To get into the hit column in the series, 0 for 7. First pitch of the at-bat.
Even though these two teams are not in the same division, they are in the Pacific Coast League.
2 out, nobody on. Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning
It's like the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. They may have more than once a year, not only because that they are not. It's not because they're a division opponent. They're a non-division opponent, and also they're a NL team. They're two NL affiliates.
From the stretch, and he sends it the other way toward right center, giving chase is Almora.
So when these two teams meet in Oklahoma City, a series from now, which will be the series, Oklahoma City will take on Wichita, and I don't know who Iowa takes on during that weekend series.
And now the second pitch is swung on and hit in the air to left. In there,
we'll write down after this game is over.
Boy, so frustrating pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed.
We'll see when
nice job by the
Iowa, these teams will meet up again after this game is over.
So here's Austin Barnes.
Austin Barnes, their catcher.
Straightaway left. Left fielder is on the move. He gets there. And
second out of the inning, 3-1 still our score with the third inning. 2 outs in the top half of the third.
Ready for another chance?
Like I said, when these two teams meet in Oklahoma City, they'll have the pitchers bat then as well, because they are both NL teams in NL minor league ballpark. If they were NL versus AL team, I think it'd be a little bit different. I think.
Hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1.
The pitcher's bad in this one. I'm thinking that's the case for the Oklahoma City meeting. I will not know if that is the case until the Wichita series is over and we are going into their the second meeting series meeting between these two teams. Gone! A home run! That is Fernandez's 5th of the year, 2-run homer. The first one for the day for him and his team. What a blast. A long bomb to get things going. Now it's 5-1. I think.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater. And
I think it's 5-1. Yep, 5-1 our score. It's a 4-run game. That'll be a base hit. Scores a run. And that scores runs. That's what I said. 2 outs, 1 on.
He's struggling here again too, and there has to be some concern. And part of it is probably psychological. He's got to get those "here we go again" thoughts out of his head.
The throw pulls him off the bag.
That's the E4. Both players for second is safe after to pull him off it, or he was not in time.
Is E4 with 2 men on board.
Chester Colbert, that's my name. His initials are CC.
Hit down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. Line drive to left, and that's in there. Base hit. And now
bases are now loaded here an insurance run could be what the Dodgers needed to see happen, as we're in the top half of the third inning, still early in this one, so still a chance at a comeback if the Dodgers or the Iowa Cubs can get out, and they do get out of the inning. Blow the bases stranded. That was good. The hitting for the Dodgers. We'll see what happens for the Cubs or the Iowa Cubs.
Dodgers out in front, 5-1.
Okay, see, Dodgers 5, Iowa Cubs 1. Or Cubs and OKC, according to what their helmet says. Their helmet and ball cap say. So, yeah.
But you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
You could fit Iowa on the scoreboard. It wouldn't be that hard.
And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. And he got him.
Strike 3 struck him out. 1 down. Second strikeout of the game for Brock Stewart. He's got 27 pitches. Only giving up 1 run this outing. Coburn is 1 for something in the last 4, and he's 0 for 1 today.
You know, it's great to be patient, make a pitcher work and all that stuff to try to get walks, but you have to be ready to hit. And that was a really hittable pitch, and now you've got to deal with it.
Strike 3 struck him out. That is the 3rd strikeout, 2nd of the inning.
Talk about being efficient. How about 6 pitches?
Which means we've had 3 strikeouts in a game, 2 of which have come this inning. Which only means 1 between the 2nd and 1st inning.
To the plate now, Alex Castro. He grounds it sharply to 3rd. Throw to 1st will get him easily, and the side is retired.
That ground out ends the inning. We go to the top half of the 4th inning. It is 5-1 Dodgers. Castaneda is due up for the Dodgers next. Greg Castaneda.
He'll try to get it going.
Odd saying that name, Castaneda.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line toward right center.
It's a nice fictional ballpark in the stadium. I wish they would put the actual ballparks in the game, but that's just my opinion. Well, listen. Well, there are other players of MLB The Show and fans of baseball want to see that as well. Don't know. Will they put it in the game? I don't know. They have the capability of doing it. Yes, you do have new stadiums being built and reorganization as far as franchise are concerned. And teams play are affiliated with different teams at different times, and
about that one going for extra bases off the bat. Into the box now, Chris Kavanaugh, and this ought to play to
and the years of affiliation differ.
And the run is in to score from 2nd. It's now 7-1.
But I think they can. I think they can put it in as early as MLB The Show 21 as well as Korea Ballpark. If you cannot,
that one drives in a pair.
Skipper out of the dugout, making the slow trek to the mound, and he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll exit here this afternoon to more than a handful of boos, I'm sure. After what can only be
so, like I said, if you cannot put the actual ballparks, once I think you can. Also, there's something I know that they have the ability to do. They have had the ability in other games. Able to show it just wouldn't be that hard to do.
That'll bring in Austin Barnes.
And that
Swings
is
and grounds it toward the hole.
create a save. You have the ability to create a custom
Ready now,
team
Kike Hernandez.
in franchise
Already 2
mode.
for 2. He'll look to add on right here.
The last at that, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and did miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently.
In custom franchise mode.
Some off-speed pitches.
So that part is good. I like to see them get.
And that's through into left, a base hit. He'll come home with it. But the throw will be well up the line as he
But
scores
I think
easily.
they can. You can see it happening.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Row. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his third run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup.
And now the reason why I have it on full screen is so you can see the entire screen and does not kind of make it look smaller. So
Standing in now,
it's better looking.
Nam, swing and a ball hit out toward right center.
Not that I don't appreciate you coming in. You can still come in the live chat.
This one for extra
I
bases.
can go to my phone and pull it up and look at
The
it.
run scores all the way from first. It's a
So you can
9-1
still
ball game.
comment and below and chat all you want.
Hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up
I will
when you're given the chance. And
try to answer
he
any
doesn't try
questions
to
you
do too
have
much right here.
when
He
I get
just
a
takes
chance
what's
to
there. Safely on second,
doing
his
that.
buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Next time you'll see a race for NASCAR will be next week. We had one on the 1st of June. That was the truck race at Atlanta. We'll have the Xfinity race at Atlanta. This one will definitely be recorded and put up on YouTube.
He's in at second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
He was not messing around in that at-bat.
That will also be full screen. Everything but the rush hour renegade with on from Share Factory that has the profile pic, my profile picture, plus the sidebars and the top bar, and an occasional message stand at the bottom. Everything gameplay wise, like it'll be the show, NFL, NHL, Wheel of Fortune, Monopoly, everything but the Rush Hour Renegade will be full screen, or any other show, talk show, or show I do. But as far as now, right now is only one show, and that's Rush Hour Renegade that we're attached onto this today. We will do the Rush Hour Renegade portion of the show. It will come. It'll still become. We'll have sports scores. We'll go over. We'll do that after we do our wrap up of our game.
And that'll give way to the third
There's some stuff we can talk about throughout the game. I know I haven't talked about it as much, but we will. One of the things that
strike one to start the at bat. The 0-1. Left side, but well foul.
We want to discuss golf is returning, which I am excited about golf. The reason why I can't go over some sports scores right now is not only because I'm concentrating on playing this game, but my phone's charging, like I said. So,
That was aggressive pitching in that
okay, so we talked about golf returning. I'm excited about golf returning when I talked about this in the Rush Hour Renegade yesterday. In yesterday's Rush Hour Renegade, that was yesterday, Monday, and Thursday and Friday.
In now, Raymond Kang. He'll take a look at
So we have two more Rush Hour Renegades we have two more Rush Hour Renegades for this week, and then we will be back with the Rush Hour Renegade on Monday, so it's Monday through Friday. So we have the 11th and 12th, and then we'll have the next one after that will be the 15th. We will do that one as and we'll have the races. Well, and I think Oklahoma City Dodgers baseball. So we have 3 videos gonna be on my channel on Monday. Oklahoma City Dodgers baseball again is probably, I want to say maybe Wichita, maybe these two again. If the Wichita series is only 3 games.
As he rips it on the ground to second. He's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Pretty painless half of the inning.
So we have NASCAR, Dodgers baseball,
Dodgers out in front,
and
ready once again.
the rush hour game. And that's not going to be with gameplay.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today.
So that's another announcement I want to get over what we're talking about here on this channel. Also, as far as sports news notes I want to bring up on here, we'll go over some sports scores after this game is over. But one of the things I want to go over here, and
they've done nothing but be aggressive early in the count. There's another lead.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens. And that is the NFL situation with the season. If I had to guess, if I were to say, will they have an NFL season, or will they not have an NFL season? I say they will have an NFL season, whether it gets underway on time, and if they have it with fans in the stands, or no fans, or fans but at 50% capacity. Only in Orlando,
at the plate now,
or
he pulls this one high and deep to right center field. Boy, as this is down for extra bases.
Or put them in their own stadiums with no fans, or fans but if it's percent capacity, fans, normal capacity.
He'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of
shortened season, normal season, remains to be seen. College football the same way, but what I've heard from college football, and I haven't heard as much from pro football, but with all their talkings, I haven't heard that they're not going to have a season this year. In both college football and in pro football. So, but I'll keep you posted once I find more information on both of those. Which is college and pro football. So I usually get my information from ESPN.com and the ESPN app. Some stuff comes from Fox Sports and the Fox Sports app, and then some of it comes from CBS, and some of it comes from local stations like local news stations or local radio stations.
You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
So now to the plate, Theodore Nam. He grounds it sharply to third.
Yeah, as far as golf, I think it's going to be easy to return. Yeah, it's not going to have any fans, but
stepping up now,
at least it's better than nothing. Soccer's already returned. Do I see them less returning?
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away.
Yeah, if you can do the German, Austrian, Costa Rican, all those international soccer stuff, probably the Mexican League is probably in that as well. But any international
He'll get his side
team I can see.
So far, they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
I can see them return Major League Soccer, lacrosse. I can probably see return, but may not.
He's set. Here it comes.
I mean, I think they can do.
Long run for the right field.
I think they can do it. That it's possible to do it with the regulations and the and all that they need to have, and probably not have fans. I think any sport that we have, whether it's NASCAR or football or basketball or soccer or hockey or even horse racing, with the Kentucky Derby and all that stuff, that
striding into the box, Mark Segunas. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
You can do it, you know, I think you can do these sports. I think it is a matter of having fans in it, probably, and having all the teams and players and staff tested. Yeah, you probably want to do that too, and do your protections and your precautions that goes along with it, and you know the state has to reopen to some degree too, to allow travel out of the state that you're in, whether you're in California, New York, Georgia, Maine, wherever you may be, and whatever sports you got going on there. And that just goes with any sport that continues on and that makes its return that is still in the hiatus, hiatus. So, do I see a Kentucky Derby and a Belmont Stakes in the Preakness? Yes, I see all three races being run in the in horse racing. Do I see them doing it with fans and spectators? I don't know, that one I'm not sure on whether they'll do it with or without spectators. But can they do it? Yeah, even if they do it without spectators, it won't be as fun, but I think at least it's better than not having it at all.
Into the box, Greg Castaneda. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left
so,
center.
yeah.
The alley, and he might be looking at his third double of the game. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day.
So, yeah. As far as like Independence Day celebrations in places that I don't know, some places will have to cancel, some places won't.
And he will score on the sacrifice fly.
That I just don't know. Have to check in your area, your town, your state, with the local networks and people around your area that keep up with that. So,
well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't.
That's how you keep up with that, as far as that's concerned. 15-1, Dan, this has been a big game.
No balls and a strike.
Basketball season, I think we can have an NBA season. Will they just say, okay, shorten this season, do just postseason, or I don't know what they're going to do. Because you get to the point where you are going to be running into the next season.
As also on the play, a run comes across to score. Jay Prater gets the call to pitch.
So that goes for NHL as well.
Eat a couple of innings for his guys.
Baseball. it's beginning and more likely not to have a season, but it still can change at any point in time. And again, I'm just going off of what information I have, and whatever. This is basically, this is what it is. This is based off of what information I have, what facts I have, what I've heard, and what I've heard is rumors or to be true, or proposals that they've proposed to the players from different sources on the ESPN.com and the ESPN app, when reporters have talked to them. And also, not only that, but my own opinion as well on the stuff that we have talked about as well. So not all of it is facts. It's my own opinion, facts, information that I get from the sources that the ESPN .com and the ESPN app and even on TV on ESPN say have up there. That's probably where I get the most scores and news for the sports is ESPN and Fox and CBS. Their network, their actual TV networks, and their
first pitch on its way. Hit down the third baseline. Cuthbert fields it cleanly.
Website and app. Some of the stuff I'll get from the local stations in my area.
Now batting, Alex Castro. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Two-out lightning definitely applies to this offense. If this two-hole hitter can get
So,
on, they can start something serious.
There you have it. That's it. So don't. Thing I'm not saying what is my opinion and what's the what's facts. I'll let you know what is facts and what is opinion and what is rumors that I have either heard or seen.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So nothing happening this time around. Seventh inning coming up. Dodgers lead this one.
It's a mixture of facts, opinion. It's a mixture of my opinion and facts that I get, and rumors that I hear from people that I talk with, and rumors that I hear on and see on TV and the app and the internet. And
flash you back here to his second home run. This was back in the fifth inning as he has the long ball in his first few at-bats.
That's where we stand as far as that is concerned. That was a pretty good home run there. As we go in the 17th inning, 7th inning, 16-1. That's a big game. The most runs we had was in the 5th inning by 5 runs.
Settling in now.
5 runs scored in the.
He'll look to keep it going. 3 for 4 so far in the ball game. Line towards center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Can't see the scoreboard now because we've had 23 hits.
Line drive to center field. And that's in.
3 runs in the second inning, no runs in the first inning.
Base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time.
No runs in the first inning, 3 runs in the second inning.
Figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors in a man.
So, like I said, no runs in the first inning, second inning, 3 runs. I think 2 runs in the.
Last last half of the 7th here, and set to go as the third baseman, Rex Delgado.
It doesn't look
I'll have to look at it again, but
this one, as we move into the later innings, down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
I mean, this is a pretty big beatdown for Iowa. This is pretty much safe lead for the Dodgers. They're probably gonna save their closer for another day.
Not the greatest of game plans, though.
Down by Iowa's down by 15. We're up by 15. 6 strikeout for Brock Stewart. He is just cruising. I think you can bring in your bullpen guy if you wanted to, or you can keep this guy and he's doing well. But if he's starting to get tired, you may want to get a guy warming up the bullpen for Oklahoma City, which is probably what we'll do. Let's put in. Wow, I didn't realize we had 2 guys named Cody. Let's see, let's do Cody Anderson or Cody Hendrickson. And Cody Anderson, so we'll warm up both Codys.
From the stretch, and he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Offensive game plan needs to change right here. They need to get a little bit more aggressive. It's too late to try and work counts.
Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2. Now a changeup hit on the ground to shortstop, fielded cleanly. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th.
Finally, and that was good 1, 2, 3 inning. Just like that, we're out of it.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Brock Stewart. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up.
Yeah, he showed like a little prowess with the bat right there, Dan. I'd be surprised if they don't attack him a little bit more carefully this AB.
High in the air out to center field. Almora's got it, and there is one away.
8th inning, so getting to the later half of the game, more than likely Iowa won't come back in this one.
This ball's hit in the air, down
so like I said, no runs in the first inning, 2 runs in the second, 3 runs in the second.
Oh, and he can't come up with it. On to first.
So no runs in the first inning for the Oklahoma City, 3 runs second, 2 runs in the third, 5 runs in the fourth, I think. Yeah. So no runs in the first, 2 runs in the second,
sliced hard on the ground. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
3 runs in the second, 2 runs in the third, 5 runs in the
not too many more
fourth.
Shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Dodgers out in front, 16-1. At the plate, Albert Almora. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
So we still have the starter in there for Oklahoma City.
Guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Yeah, he'll probably won't pitch in the 9th inning. He'll probably pitch 8 innings of play. Iowa still hadn't had a run since their first inning. They have been shut out the rest of the entire game. Look out. That was headed towards their dugout. Now wake up the bench players.
On the run is Verdugo. He can't get there.
Oh my goodness, what? Oh, that won't be good. That'll be a triple for Iowa. A base hit or even a long sacrifice, a long fly ball would be a sacrifice fly score run. So more likely Iowa will get a run here if they can. If they
a little bit better, that's their 3rd knock of the game. I know it's late.
Strike this guy out, then they'll need a base hit to score the runner at 3rd. Yep, they'll need a base runner to score the runner at 3rd now. A plop out won't do it. Can't do it. Viva sacrifice.
And right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Everett Goddard will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Who's hitting for the pitcher, which means we'll have a new pitcher coming into the top half of the ninth. Goddard. Everett Goddard. He is batting .257.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Runner in scoring position.
Everett Goddard.
Here comes the 0-1. And it's foul.
Foul ball. 0-2. Strikeout can end the inning without giving up a run, and it is. Strike 3, strike him out, and that will end the bottom half of the 8th inning. We have played 8. It is 16-1. 24 hits to 3 hits. No errors to 1 error. Alright, Rob Ortega, the pitcher now for the Iowa Cubs.
Now at the plate, Chris Kavanaugh. Already 4 hits to his credit in this one. Looking for a 5th in this at-bat. First pitch on its way. Hit sharply toward the right side.
Base hit. So let's if you're just tuning in for the game, let's break down to see where the Dodgers have scored their 16 runs and this big beatdown that Oklahoma City has put on Iowa. They have scored no runs in the first inning, 3 runs in the second, 2 runs in the third, 5 runs in the 4th, 4 runs in the 5th, 2 runs in the 6th, no runs in the 7th, and no runs in the 8th. And that is where we are to the 9th for the Iowa Cubs. Their only run came in the first inning. Haven't scored any runs since then. And it's 16-1.
And he's working on a 5 RBI game.
We'll see what happens as far as the 9th inning is for the Dodgers is concerned. As far as runs, how many runs will be scored, if any.
But it's well foul. Ortega rarely finds himself in much trouble out of the bullpen.
Kike Hernandez is the batter next. He's the 5th hole hitter.
Tough guy to barrel up.
And the 3rd hole hitter in this inning.
Fouled off.
After the 2nd hole hitter
and a good 2-strike swing here as he's been
for the inning
pitches, but
doubled and the
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
Oh, that hit him. Let's hope he's okay.
That'll score a run.
It's not in time. He's safe. As a run will score on the play as well.
So 1 run is scored in this one, and we still have an injured player here. We'll see what happens here. The manager comes out.
He will not want to come out of this game, and from all indications, it looks like he's going to try to continue.
Oh, he's going to continue. That is very shocking. Hopefully, that won't come back and be hard to pitch.
Sends it in the air out to left center. Waiting on it is Almora. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And he
safe.
18-1.
Dang, this is a beat down. I think the most we've seen is 21 runs. I think Oklahoma City scored in one game.
Have some runs scored for him, but particularly when you're throwing as well as he is tonight, and he gets another insurance.
So yeah, this is a pretty big beat down.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit back up the middle. Reined in. To second for
There's one, and it is not in time for a double play, so runner safe at 2 runs have come to score
his 3rd hit of the ball game here
in this inning.
First offering on
the only other inning we've had only 2 runs was in the 6th and the 3rd.
The 0-1 on its way.
But the rest of the innings, other than those innings, have had more than 2 runs scored in that game. The least amount of runs scored, other than 2, was none in the first inning, 7th inning, and 8th inning.
Hey, listen, when you have a good sinker, you have to throw it, but he's going to have to get the ball much lower in the zone than that last one.
Yeah, from the offensive side, Dan.
We got a new pitcher coming on, and hopefully that guy, it wasn't because of the injury, hopefully it's just because the janitor in.
2 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on.
And they're trailing so big. They need 17 runs in 1 inning to win this game. That will be the most runs I think I have ever seen a team score in an inning. 17 runs to tie it, 18 runs to win it for the Iowa Cubs. That is very slim chances that they will come back and score 17 runs, let alone 18 runs. More likely, this is going to be a game, and it will be. Well, that makes 1 of the 17 runs that they need to tie. So now they need 17 runs to win, 16 to tie. It is 18-2 our score. They are making their comeback. Can they do it? It's a long shot, but we'll find out.
Well, they're not there yet, but a solo homer to lead off the inning will do wonders for any team's confidence. We'll see if the next few batters can continue.
We'll see what happens.
Just need to string some good.
That'll boost his statistics, so if they don't come back and win this one, they'll at least boost their statistics and his statistics going into the All-Star break.
So now to the plate, Alex Castro, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
Are down to their final 3 outs.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2.
So it's key that all these players, if you're Iowa, get on and only allow little to no outs at all, and then bat around. They would have to bat around.
And this will land foul.
If you're Iowa, you would be batting around to send that many people to the plate, and now they have down to their final 2 outs now. That's 9 strikeouts, and we're still with our starting pitcher, by the way. He has pitched this entire ball game under 100 pitches, 81 pitches to be exact now with that pitch there. So they can do 83 going into the 2nd out if he strikes this guy out, and 86 with the final strikeout. Oh, that's going to be a home run. We'll probably get a new pitcher in there after this one. 3 home runs. Or sorry, 2 home runs in this inning. And 18-3. That's his 5th one of the year. 18-3 our score. We are going to oops. Hitting the wrong one.
Cody Anderson.
So we'll put in Anderson instead of the other Cody.
And put this one into the win column.
So it's up to the bullpen guy now for the remainder 2 outs of the ball game to get the recorded 2 outs of the ball game for Oklahoma City.
Raymond Kang hit hard on the ground at first.
Oh, is it going to be an out? And it is down to their final out now. They need...
It's a bullpen game for them now as we have a look at the starters' final line. And he'll be very happy with how the day went.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
In now, Jason Gold. Swinging a soft liner.
Oh, that'll be a base hit. That won't be what the Dodgers needed to see happen. Thought, oh, we got this game in the bag. Well, they don't want to blow it in the 9th inning.
Somebody forgot to tell this guy.
We'll talk about some soccer or some sports scores as far as around in our game as far as real life is concerned. As that's the ball game, 18-3, our final score. What a win for Oklahoma City, and Brock Stewart gets the win. My goodness gracious. He, I think, proves to 2 or 3-0.
The Dodgers took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Brock Stewart notches his 3rd win of the year.
Third win, okay. As I've been told by the announcers in the game.
Slapped with 8 earned runs as he takes the loss. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plezak and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.
Let's listen to the final line tool.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 57 minutes. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, they're not gonna do it. Oh, for Pete's sake! Don't know who was let down on base, but there's your box score. Let's go exit out of this. Kellen Staples falls to 0-3. Proctor improves to 3-0. Oklahoma City improves to 22-6. With that win, Oklahoma City improves to 21-6. Iowa falls to 15-12. Before they will play in the final game of the first meeting between these two. That will go into the final series meeting between these two. Final game of the series meeting between these two teams. In the first series meeting between these two teams, Tyson Ross will get the start for Iowa, and Timothy Cole will get the start for Oklahoma City. After this, they'll play against Wichita, and then they'll take on Iowa on Tuesday. So, yes, it is a 4-game set between Oklahoma City and Wichita. Couldn't remember if it was or not. We'll look at the minor league games for the AAA Pacific Coast League.
Went down around the league on Wednesday. Starting out in the
or the
West,
AAA games.
The Chicago Cubs snapped their 5-game losing streak as they pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine 3-2. The Colorado Rockies earned the 3-game series sweep as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 6-1. Fernando Romero earned the 3rd W of his season, helping lead the Twins to the win against the Giants 3-2. The Nationals combined for 10 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 7-4.
Okay, so let's see here as oh, wait, this guy stops talking so I can talk for a minute.
Zach Gallen got his second
We'll go with the report for Dodgers.
5-4. The Mets combined to allow only 4 hits.
As you look at there's some of the scores for the AAA games. Some Pacific Coast League games to mention. The Chihuahuas beat the Aviators by a final score of 10-4. The Missions beat lost to the Sound 7-8, and then the Wind Surge beat lose to the Storm Chasers 12-1. The final score there. Also, a Pacific Coast League action game. We have the Round Rock Express and the Memphis Rivers Express winning at 6-5 there. Tacoma Rainiers losing it to the Reno Aces by a fall of 4-1. Is that it for those? That's international. Let's see here. Also in AAA Pacific Coast League is the River Cats losing it to the Salt Lake Bees. 2-0 the final score there, and Fresno losing it to Albuquerque 3-2, and of course our 18-3 game you just saw between Oklahoma City and Iowa. Is that it for the AAA games for the Pacific Coast League? Yes. For the International League games, it will be the Mud Hens and the Bulls. Bulls winning at 3-2 there. The Syracuse Mets losing 9-0 to the Gwinnett Stripers, but final score 9-0. Then we have the Bison and the Indians. The Indians winning 5-1 over the Bison, and then the Tides and the Red Sox. The Tides winning at 3-1 over there. Also between the Rail Riders and the Knights, 3-1 there. And 2-1 between the Red Wings and the Clippers. These are all in my franchise mode games, by the way. For my MLB The Show 20 franchise mode with the Oklahoma City Dodgers. Is that it for the international teams? Yes, it is, and that's it for the AAA teams. For the Major League. For the games in the Major League, the New York Yankees winning at 7-3 the final over the Pirates. The Orioles beat the Blue Jays beat the Orioles 3-0. The Rockies take down the Tigers 6-1. The Reds take down the Mets 5-0. Braves take down the Phillies 4-3. Astros lose to the Royals 7-5. Twins beat the Giants 3-2. The Padres take down the Cardinals 7-2. The Mariners take down, or the Athletics take down the Mariners 7-1. Rangers Indians. Rangers winning at Indians winning at 3-1. The Nationals taking down the Diamondbacks 7-2. The Angels and the Red Sox. Angels losing at 4-3 the final, 5-3 the final there over the Red Sox. Then the Brewers and the Marlins winning at 5-4 of the Brewers. The Red Sox and the White Sox and the Rays losing it by a final score of 2-1. And then the Cubs beat the Dodgers by a final score of 3-2. And then for AA, we had the Yard Goats taking down the Senators 3-1. The Fighting Phils taking down the Fisher Cats 3-2. The Thunder and Rubber Ducks. Trinidad Thunder winning at 3-0 there. The Bay Sox beating the Seawolves 8-0 there. Flying Squirrels take down the Curve 2-1. Rockhounds taking down the Rough Riders 7-3. The Naturals taking down the Cardinals 6-2. Jumbo Shrimp taking down the Smokies taking down the Jumbo Shrimp 4-3 or 4-2. The Biscuits and the Braves. Biscuits win at 3-0. the Rebel Ponies being the Sea Dogs 8-2. The Barons and the Generals 2-1 Barons, and the Blue Wahoos taking down the Trash Pandas 4-1. If I missed anything, yard goods. No. Nope. And then we had the Lookouts and the Shuckers winning 12-1, and then the Poodles and the Corpus Christi Hooks winning 3-2. Well, let's go over the Dodgers organization. Again, like I said, the Cubs of the Chicago Cubs win at 3-2 over the Los Angeles Dodgers. Then in the AAA game, it was the Oklahoma City Dodgers winning it 18-3 over the Iowa Cubs in the game we just had on this video. And then in the AA, it was the the Tulsa Drillers taking on the Tulsa Drillers taking on the Arkansas Travelers. It was 5-1 Arkansas winning at that one, so the only team in the Dodgers organization to get a win is the Oklahoma City Dodgers in AAA. The rest of the teams in the organization got the loss. Tomorrow's games, we only have the minor league games, the Iowa Cubs and the Oklahoma City Dodgers in their series finale, and then the Tulsa and Arkansas. That is the final meeting between Tulsa and Arkansas and Oklahoma City and Iowa. Los Angeles will be off, and they'll be back at it on Friday as they take on the Padres in a first of 3 games there, when everybody is back at it on Friday. Oklahoma City will take on Wichita, Tulsa will take on Northwest Arkansas, and the Dodgers of the Los Angeles Dodgers will take on the San Diego Padres. That'll do it for the Rush Hour Renegade and gameplay action. Until tomorrow for more Rush Hour Renegade and gameplay action on separate videos. This has been the Gibberish sign off. Until next time, keep on YouTube, everybody, and we'll see y'all next time.